Hello, good evening, and welcome to In the Pursuit of Joy. I should do this every day after I work out. I've got lots of energy to bring to your evening. I know it's 8 p.m. Eastern time, and I choose that time for a reason. I start my day with silence in the mornings, and I always like to be able to have just a quiet moment when I wake up, and allow my mind to just simply start talking to me, not voices in my head necessarily, but just what am I thinking today? What am I doing today? It's going to be a great day. So I go through these short affirmations to keep me on track. And so I have two podcasts that I get notifications from in the mornings. They ping my phone, but I mute it so it doesn't go ping and wake me up in the middle of the night. But early in the morning, just right on cue, there are two motivational speakers that I've subscribed to, and I get around to their podcast later on. I mean, everything goes into a recording anyway, and but those first few minutes when my brain is awake and tells me it's time to wake up and open my eyes, I want pure silence, just sitting in the dark and in my bed, and then I'm discussing internally which way am I going today, and that's a good exercise. It's part of my daily discipline. So I don't do the recordings in the morning. I'm not saying that I would never go live. If I do, it's going to have to be in the evening, and you're home and you're hopefully relaxing after a long day, whatever it is, it keeps you busy. And I practice getting out of bed with a good thought, something positive to get me through the day so that I can accomplish more. And before I go to bed, I make this exercise part of my routine as well. What I'm doing with you, actually. So I'm still kind of learning a little bit how to do this for the people in this medium, not face to face, but person to person will be too easy. I can explain this, so I'll do the best I can. Just why I switched to doing videos. That's also an exercise for myself to break out of old thinking. No hiding, no going inside the box, always thinking of innovative ideas. And that's why I went from podcasting to just ranting on audio to transitioning to video. And I suppose a lot of people who do this and have been doing it for a while have gone through the same transition. That one, it's not that audio is for hiding, but and some people may laugh themselves that they have a podcast or radio face, so they don't do video. But most people they just doing this transition of going from audio to audio and video, just to give you just an expansion of what I'm doing. So I'm just allowing myself to be wrong and then trying new things. And then when they seem to bring me a lot of joy, I do it. So this is one of those things. So I want to leave you every night, each Monday night, with a positive thought or an idea that you can entertain in your mind about how you can improve yourselves and how you can attain your goals. And I'll feed you a little bit over time about goal setting and some exercises, just dropping some ideas of positivity for you to catch and then maybe implement in your lives and see how it works. This is not full-blown therapy or coaching. I do that in the real world. I'm not saying that this is not a real medium, but I do it via Zoom or in person. And this is what I have to bring to the world, is the truth is that we are unlimited beings, and our thinking has all the connection to how we live currently and how we have been living prior to today. And the objective really is to not just to bring you a bit of joy. I mean, I could read you a story and make you feel good, and then you can go to bed, and it may not stay in your mind. It may not be something that's an actionable step for you to get better at the things you want to improve. And so I want to bring some methodologies, some techniques, and maybe a little bit of a case study or storytelling to better illustrate some of these points so that you can take something away. But ultimately, it should always be the last thought you have, conscious thought you have before you go to bed tonight or any night should be something that's purposeful. You should sit quietly before you go to bed. And if you want to meditate, and if you're really good at meditation, more power to you. I'm kind of 50-50, so I work with it. I don't have any problem imagining things that I want. My imagination is pretty fertile, so I feed it as much as I can. I don't give it limits, because I've known people that tell you from the external world, they tell you that you're a limited person. You're not limited. The bodies have limitations, but our minds don't have limitations. We just have to accept that and put it into practice. And we really shouldn't care what anybody else thinks. So I won't go into blocking bad stuff tonight. I had a great workout. So the first thought this morning was, yesterday I didn't work out. I was sore from the workout from the previous day. I hit the pool really hard, and it was really gratifying. But then I was packing household goods, and that always makes me sore. If you've ever moved, I've been in the military. I'm a Navy vet, and in 20 years, I had 13 moves. So this packing and unpacking, and clearly it just wears you down over time. When you no longer have to do it, it's kind of comfy. It's like the comfort zone. Like, I really don't want to move. This place sucks. I don't want to live here, but I don't want to move. And sometimes it's the same thing with anything in life. We have to make that move. You have to pack and move, and you have to start throwing away stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. And I have a whole room that's filled with things that don't serve me anymore. And I looked at even pictures and things, and I'm just like, rip, goes in the bag. It feels good already. So I went through that yesterday, and I was terribly sore beyond words. But it's a good feeling, because I know I recover relatively quickly. And I'm on week 2 of putting myself back into a workout routine. So I'm sure some of you have gone through this before, where you had the habit, you built it. You know, it takes like 2 weeks to 3 weeks to build a habit. It's an autopilot training. Just like we do training how to drive a car or ride a bicycle. But people say you never forget it. That's because if you repeated it so many times, your brain learned it, and then it does it without you really prompting it consciously. You just do that task without thinking about it. So I'm back into that transition, because for some time I did not work out, and then I felt it really badly again, like many of you, I'm sure. When you get back in the gym, it's like all my gains are gone. I swam last year a swimming challenge that was for the American Cancer Society. I raised a little bit of money. Not a lot of people were enthusiastic about donating to charity, which I found interesting on account. I was the one doing all the work. I was swimming 2+ miles per day for a month, and I still crushed the 15-mile challenge right up to like 2 days before the month ended. So it was last summer. And kind of funny that 2 years prior, I couldn't even have thought of ever swimming 15 miles, not even 25 meters, let alone 15 miles. So it was big. It was a big deal for me. But 2+ miles a day for someone who's just relatively new at swimming, that was quite a bit of work. So I was gratified. I was thankful that I got a little bit of money raised for charity. I even put some of the money myself, so just to show a little bit of leadership. So it wasn't really about, it made me feel bad that nobody else was pitching in. It was a personal challenge. If I have a body and it's healthy and I can move all parts, then I will move it. And I remind myself that every day. There are people who can't, or at least have and other conditions, and they manage to get out and do even greater things. So that should always be a happy thought in my head, that people that seemingly have less can have the mind power to push their bodies to greater things. And so the soreness was palpable. And I woke up and I said, I'm going to do yoga today. I never did do yoga, so I keep an eye on myself when I break a routine that's well established already. It's been well over 2 weeks. This should be more than autopilot by now for me. And I'm tweaking. So the one thing that I recommend for anyone going through this, don't beat yourselves about it. No insults, no recommendations. Just be honest. I know I skipped it. You can call it a rest day. At some point, I'm going to have to catch up again. And we all do that. Like the weekend, I won't work out, but more than likely I go for a walk or hit a treadmill just to do very bare minimum stuff, but I will do something. The idea is to move every day. And that was not the challenge, but that was I would call it the contract that I made for myself, was that I would endeavor to move every day. And so I've been pretty good about it. And like I said, when I hit a glitch, I get right back on track. So this is part of my own corrective mechanism. I get back on track without having to feel guilt or shame or anything like that. I'm debating over what to wear to the gym. That shirt is too tight. Voices in your head tell you, you look fat. You're showing a little roll. You know what? Actually, today I looked in the mirror and I saw ribs. I told myself in the mirror, Dad, you're wearing this damn shirt today to the gym, and these shorts, go. And so I went. And I woke up, the first thought was kind of not a happy thought, like the one going to bed, like you're on a beach and you're sipping a drink with a little umbrella sticking out of the glass. It's pleasant enough. It's like my body's ready to do exercise today. And the imagery in my mind was of me doing single leg presses, and I enjoy them. They're, they get the heart rate up. They're challenging. So when I got there today to the gym, everybody was just like sluggish, and they looked like they're just like, life sucks. Okay, I bypassed that whole group and went straight into this one machine they have where you can do deadlifts, and you can also do assisted with weights, or you can do with body weight. And it has a platform that you clamp, and then you move up the platform, and you can do the step ups. Basically, that's what I'm doing. So that machine no one was near it. So I went straight for that because that's what I had. That's a picture in my mind of me doing those single-legged presses, and they're painful. But once you start, that was the warm up. And after that, I was just jacked up on pheromone, not pheromones. That's a Freudian slip. That's terrible. I was actually got those good hormones pumping in, and I got rolling, and I was there good 45 minutes. Got the kettlebell thing going. I do not like swinging that kettlebell, but I had to do a lower back. So you make a compromise. You just press on. So 45 minutes later, I got a great workout, and I have not stopped going since. So that may be a clue for me to do my recordings earlier in the day, perhaps. It's all about adjusting, And so what would be your happy thought to go to bed with tonight? I keep track of the time because I don't want to be too long, and I have not really checked, but oh yeah, I'm right on time. Wow. So your happy thought for tonight could be anything that you really wish that you would love to have or accomplish. How about you let yourself desire it and see it in your mind, and just spend about 5 or 10 minutes seated comfortably by the bed, or in the quietest part of your home, and address what it is that you would love to do or have now. And to be honest, you'll be surprised when you wake up in the morning and you have some residual thought from the night before to start your day with. So you have to find some way to motivate yourself to do the things you want to do and take actionable steps to achieve it. Also, I want to add another thing. There is, for those of you who are veterans, if you may be listening or you know a veteran, or someone who's actually has lost a job recently, and they seem to be kind of bogged down or not exactly getting ahead or trying to transition away from that stagnation when you first lose something and you don't know which way to go. This is what my practice is all about. I do one-on-one or group coaching for corporate, for employees. If you've got people working under you and you know they have potential, but you just can't quite get them to perform to their very best. That means that each person has to be developed. That's what management is all about, not supervision. And a lot of employers don't know that. So these are services offered. I have a website. You see Emanuele Business Solutions.com. I did have coffee today. That's probably a combination of a workout and caffeine. It's Emanuele businesssolutions.com. I know it's a long name. Don't worry. I'm the only one who has to spell it every day. But it's listed here. I have a YouTube channel. It's Emanuele Business Solutions and Travel, because I also do travel. And I want to address quickly about why it is that I sell travel. But travel is one of the things that I did when I lost my profession. And I want to go ahead and work full-time from home. That's the one thing that I said I would love to work from home. And I have been repeating this mantra for a good 2 years. So it was a catalyst that the universe pushed on me, because I was not moving. I was getting comfortable, like I said, getting too used to being in the comfort zone, and then we don't want to leave. It's like leaving home. You gotta break out and change. Have somebody change the locks on the door. You can't get back to where you used to be. You have to look ahead. This is our purpose. It's self-expression, and you cannot express ourselves by staying in the past. Though this is not a podcast today, the episode is not about living in the past. I will address that because I go to time travel. Well, that'll be very interesting. That's going to be for the next week. But if anybody that needs this kind of, I wouldn't say counseling, but coaching, someone that needs someone to actually observe them and give them more confidence in themselves so they can move on and achieve their goals, then this is what we do. And I would gladly do a one-on-one consultation. It's free of charge. I do a lot of free stuff because I work for free. And I know that sounds strange to a lot of people, but how I make money it's a different story. And I get that question asked of me a lot. I don't think about it too much. I'm just thankful for what I have. And I'm just thankful also for the opportunity to have fun doing the things that I'm doing currently. So if you have someone, again, who you think really needs that kind of help, just send them my way. I'll be happy to talk to them and give them some tools to use for achieving their goals. There's no need to stay stuck in one place. There's always a way out. And especially if you know a veteran, I would very much like to introduce a coaching program. This is for veterans only, mainly because I want to offer them something different. It's going to be a cruise on a Carnival ship, and that's going to be to the Eastern Caribbean, a 7-day cruise. And it's going to be November 13th of this year. And I have group pricing will be lined up for couples. It could be transitioning veterans. It could be someone who's been out for a while and they just want a fresh view on life and how to do new things and enjoy life more. The more the merrier. People are on active duty. You can take leave for a week and bring the spouse and the children and extended family. That would be great. Sometimes goals can be achieved in groups. That would mean families can learn these topics together and apply them to their lives. School, you want to get better grades, you want to make more money at work. How do you add value to what you do and bring value to your employer or to your organization? And those who you, like me, want to branch out to do your own thing because you've worked for others before and that just doesn't jive with you anymore. And you realize that you have great potential and you want to share that talent with the world, then this is what I want to work with you. This is going to be the Unlimited Being Cruise 2022. And it's a pilot program. I'm testing, pun intended, the waters. It's a technique that's being used in other places by even in science. It's very scientific. You take yourself physically out of one place and place yourself in another, and then that tricks the brain into understanding that change is coming, because the body, the physical part of us, tells the mental and spiritual part of us that the change is happening, and it's actually what you want is happening right now. And your whole mindset and your whole being changes. And if you're infused with a lot of negativity, then this is going to be the complete opposite of, is taking you out of a stressful environment or situations, your current results that are stressing you out, and putting you into a place where it's totally neutral. And anything you want, you can wish, and you can actually feel yourself more relaxed and more confident, and allow yourself to trust and your own abilities to carry out whatever actions you take towards your goals. So this is going to be a 7-day cruise, the Unlimited Being Caribbean Cruise workshop. And it's going to be divided into groups, however many people sign up for it. And it's going to offer at least 1 to 2 hour workshops with some homework and then one project to work with. Mainly, you'll have to fill out a questionnaire that explains what are the things that you would love to do or would love to have. As I have already listed, there can be so many things you want to do. It could be a small change or a small tweak in your life, or it could be a really, really huge shift where you have to change everything about yourself inside to achieve what you want. And this is the kind of workshop that will be most beneficial for that type of person. So I'm trying to get more veterans to join. Civilians, I'm not sure. I'm ready to open it up, but I do have the ones where I would do online or one-on-one, or I would actually have to hold the event in a hotel or some sort of a rec center on land. And for veterans, I want to take them for a special situation, like PTSD and that sort of thing. I want to take them away from the ordinary into the extraordinary. So to place them into, if you were doing a workshop at a beach, you would think differently than if you went to a hotel or a conference room in some building with no windows. I'm just saying that it's all about thinking outside the box. I've already gone a little bit longer than I wanted to. But that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself about it. I can barely move as it is. I had a great workout today. And I wanted to share some more information with you about what I do and why I'm podcasting, and that I just want to help people. Like I said, I work for free. I may charge a minimal fee just for admin or pay for gas. I don't know. But this is not the path to great wealth. This is definitely my gift to others, because I really love and enjoy my life, and I want to share a lot of this knowledge with anybody who would listen. So now you know what's behind the podcasting. Now you can see me on YouTube, because I'm not hiding. So this is what people do when they lose their jobs. They hide. Don't hide. This is when you lose something you really wanted really bad, that opportunity just slipped away. It's going to come back even stronger and better. I promise you, because you're set for success, and this is the whole point. What you learn here, if you take a little bit away and you apply it to your lives, that makes me happy, as it is. So in the hopes of bringing more activities to you and more value so you can reach that point of joy where you can enjoy your lives better. I bid you good night. Take a positive thought with you to bed. It doesn't have to be necessarily from me, but like I said, I'm a everyday person. I'm not a morning person or a night person. Every day I wake up, I'm thankful and I'm grateful to have being assigned this fantastic, extraordinary trip on Earth for however long I get to milk it. And I just want to share this happiness with you. And you too can have this and even more. So I bid you good night. I'm going to go put something on my muscles because they hurt a little bit, but it's all part of the growth. I will see you next week. And I really hope that you join me one more time. And the next week and the next week. So long.